Alrighty. Welcome everybody, whoever has joined. Some people are running late and they kind of message me too privately that they will be joining the webinar late. But I want to respect your time, so we'll start and they can join as we kind of coming along. Um, just some housekeeping rules. I mean, session, I want it to be interactive. So camera on or off from your side, it doesn't really matter, your choice. Say hi in the chat box. So, and also you can use your raise hand button to ask a question live if you want to come on the call. If you want to just put your question in the chat, that is good as well. The other thing I offer as part of the presentation is I will share from time to time my one-on-one meeting booking link, no obligation there in that meeting booking. So they like it's a phone call booking initially, and then I'll share that link where you can book your call with me one-on-one. We can talk about what's your situation, like, and are you able to buy a home like soon, or I can review your individual personal situation there, right? So if you don't want to share that in the meeting, that's fine. With group of people we can talk one-on-one, and that's where I provide a lot of value to people, and a lot of people come in onto the call, we talk through it, and then if we think I can help you, then I'll book the next meeting, and then we'll meet face to face and go to the next step of guiding you through the process and buying. But I'm going to touch key points in the presentation today. So put your questions in the chat. So like I said, it should be interactive. If you can ask any questions, any doubt in your mind, don't think that any question is kind of not good to put up and all that. Any questions as first time home buyer is a great question. Somebody else can learn from that. I have went through that stage. I mean, of course, 20 years ago when I purchased my first home. But okay, so can you see my slides? Just a quick something checkup. Can you see it? My
Yes, we can see.
good. Okay, that's good.
Mm.
So just to share some stats, right? Like this is the market watch report, which we get it from Toronto Real Estate Board about Greater Toronto Area market, what's going on. I'm not going to read every bit of detail on this page, but what I want to share with you here is to pay attention to the bottom right corner here, year over year summary. Sales, 2.3% up compared to last year, okay, in the same month. Last year we had 5,092 sales. This year in August 2025, we've got 5,211 sales. New listings are up 9.4%. That's perfect opportunity for buyers, right? Like you got more listings, you have more leverage, you guys have more variety of homes you can see, you can negotiate a better deal. So that's that new listing going up is a signal for buyer's market. Active listings, there's about, it jumped up also about 22%. And we know that because a lot of buyers are kind of, thinking to buy, should I not buy? But it's a perfect time to buy. Average price, next stats, right? It's about $1,022,000. It's dropped 5.2% from last year. So perfect time to jump in because prices are the lowest that you got right now. Average listing days on the market went up by 13.8%, but I pay more attention to average property days on the market. So that has jumped up as well. Like it's gone up to about 49 days to sell an average home in Greater Toronto area, which is again a signal for buyers markets, right? So that's what's going on. All right. Any questions or comments, just put it in the chat and I'll go back and forth between the chat just to share some stats numbers. Another stat that I want to share from that perspective in this all trap sales data table. If you pay attention to fourth column from the right, it says months inventory. If you look at months inventory, is basically what this number is if no more homes come on the market starting today, then how many months it will take to get rid of the current inventory we have on the market for sale. So any number you see, typically the if we see a number above 4, that's 100% buyer's market. If it's less than 4, it's balanced. And then if it's less than 2, it's basically seller's market. But right now, if you see, the numbers are all mostly, if I average them, they're all about 4 plus. Okay, so that tells us it's buyer's market. And the left side is the cities written on the left side. You can see all trap areas, like Halton region, it's about 4.1. All trap areas average 4.5 months inventory we have. That means we have 4.5 months inventory. That means it's buyer's market 100%. Again, if you want to look at particular region, like there's Peel region here, Brampton, Caledon, Mississauga, that's Peel region basically. 5 months inventory we have, right? So that is again buyer's market. York region, which includes all these King, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, Vaughan, Stowell, again 4.9, which is a buyer's market signal to you, right? So that's why I'm emphasizing that it's a perfect time for you to buy because it is buyer's market, right? These are some stats year over year. I'm not going to go into these tables, but I think I touched on briefly the numbers. I hope you got the point there and idea. But again, if you have questions, put it in the chat. I'll come back to that question and help you over. So today in my presentation, I'm just going to go through our mission. I'll talk about our team. I'll talk about Meet Your Agent, which is myself. So a little bit introduction about myself. Then how I operate in finding your best home, the team approach. Then pre-approval. So I'll touch on very key step to buy a home. So that's a pre-approval. How do you get pre-approval? What do you need and things like that? I'll walk you through that. Finding your dream home and making your offer. That'll be the next thing I will kind of touch on. There's some guarantees I offer as well to buyers closing your home and our basically initiative for fundraising, right? Ghosts are a big initiative. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit. So just that'll be the slides that I'll kind of be sharing from here on. Mission again, as buyer's agent, my mission becomes is finding you the best home, finding it at the best price and with least amount of hassle, right? And I use support of following systems. I've got a exclusive home hunter system. I've got unique team selling team system that I'm going to touch on. I've got innovative VIP buyer program I'm going to touch on. There's leading edge technology I will talk about, and also I'll touch on our specialized knowledge, like the whole team member is kind of knowledge. A little bit about me. I am licensed in Ontario since 2007. So I've been selling real estate for decades. I've lived, worked in community for years. I live myself in Vaughan, Kleinburg area specifically. My office is in Mississauga. So just for you to know, close to Square One. I was awarded Outstanding Achievement Award in 2023, and I haven't stopped there. I mean, I'm member of Toronto Real Estate Board, Ontario Real Estate Association, Canadian Real Estate Association, so I'm fully licensed, right? I've helped a lot of people buying first-time home buyers, helping first-time home buyers. I've helped people with relocation, selling a home, buying next home, upgrading, downgrading. Then I've helped with investment properties as well. And I also have built my real estate portfolio. I earn money from real estate and I do invest in real estate as well. So I'll touch a bit about that as well. If you're looking for an investment property, happy to chat on one-on-one about that as well. Okay. Um, Team approach. So let's talk about my team. Before I get into the team, there's just one quick thing I will tell you. 72% of the buyers do not go back to the same real estate agent. And just a fact to share with you, right? I don't know if you know or not, but these are the list of things on the left. I'm not going to read every one of them, but primary issue is poor communication. A lot of people kind of, get fed up from their agent because they don't communicate, they get too pushy, they don't show properties, um, somebody's home didn't sell. So people not happy from the real estate agent due to any of these reasons, right? And I basically make sure I'm left, right, and center around these reasons so I can basically, help not have this issue again. And most of my clients are repeat clients. They keep coming back. They refer me clients, and that's how I get my business, right? Because I do watch these things, right? I'm not basically pushy. I'm not a person who won't communicate. You send me a text, email, message, you will hear from me within 24 hours. And here's ABC of real estate, right? What most realtors do, right? They advertise homes in order to get you to call them. They beg you to come in and talk with them. They choose a bunch of homes they think you will like. They will drive you from house to house, showing you dozens of homes, encourage you to make an offer on every house you see. And a lot of time people feel frustrated because of that, because they select homes for you and haven't given you the chance to select homes. Then they hope that you will buy something property from one of those that they have showed it to you, right? So that's how these people operate. So there's like most of them are one man show. They have limited resources, time and energy, so they basically juggle around multiple things and multiple tasks, right? And that's how they operate. Here's my team. Quick introduction. Scott Gilmore, he's our real estate broker. He's been 45 years in the industry, very experienced person. Michelle Gilmore, she is daughter of Scott. She's our marketing executive, very helpful in and supports all our marketing for real estate as well. So Angie Young, she's our deals administrator. Tatiana is my mentor. She's a top producing realtor in Montreal. Andrew Fogliato, he's here from Newmarket. He's our Facebook marketing consultant. So all our Facebook ads are run through him. So just so you're kind of aware of that. Um, and because we've got everybody dedicated for specific role, we never run out of time to help you, right? Because everybody's got a separate responsibility to do a specific part of the process, right? So it's not basically I have to worry about everything myself. We've got accounting person taking care of accounting, marketing person taking care of the marketing, admin person doing the admin paperwork stuff. So basically, I can do help basically on the home selling. I can focus on the home selling or home buying. That's what I do basically, right? Typically. So we've got all these people assigned to different kind of departments within us: client care, marketing, admin, accounting, transaction coordination, and the agent is basically myself, which kind of you get. We help you secure best financing. So that's a key point too, at the lowest rates and terms for you. We beat out other buyers to the best home for you. We negotiate best price and terms for you. We meet your home buying needs with least amount of hassle, right? That's what we typically do. Next section is about pre-approval, which I'll touch on, but one second, I'm just gonna go into the chat box and I'll paste my link to book meeting. And also, if there's any questions, I'll watch here. No, I don't see any questions there, but if you do have a question, just put it in the chat, okay? So let me get the right link. All right. I just want to put the right meeting link, so I don't want to put in the wrong link. So we were here, all right. So present, and then we were at the chat, okay. So I have put in the link in the chat where that gives you the access to my calendar where you can book one-on-one consultation. There's no obligation doing that. So I encourage everyone to kind of go and do that. That'll help you where we can talk about, where you are in the real estate, investment journey or home buying journey, then I can help you accordingly. Okay. Again, if there's any questions, raise your hand or put it in the chat. I'll be happy to help there. Getting pre-approval, like what is pre-approval, right? So why do we need a pre-approval? Like, how does the team help you get you secure best financing? So pre-approval is an official document that says the bank or credit union is willing to give you for a specific amount of money based on your income, assets, and liabilities, right? So how do you start the process? You gather all the information on the right here, that in the white box that you see, your driver's license and number, your address, your employer, employment letter, your basically list of assets, your confirmation of income. It could be T4, T1, pay stubs, all those things you gather and you give it to the financial institution. They will put an application through and they will give you a pre-approval letter saying you are pre-approved to get a mortgage for whatever the amount is. It's, let's say, 500,000, right? And plus you're going to pay your down payment. So but technically they'll tell you can buy a house for 550,000 or 850,000, right? So that sort of thing. So and that's the idea, to get a pre-approval from a financial institution, right? So What are the benefits? You will know exactly how much you can afford, right? So you can basically look for homes within that price range, okay? Before we start looking how much cash is required, it will tell you what is your monthly payments going to be. It will explain you that too. You get best financing with the lowest rates. If you work through us, I have mortgage advisor contacts where they can give you the best or the lowest rates and give you the best terms, right? So once you're pre-approved, we can make a stronger offer to when you're buying a home. Like we don't have to put financing condition, for example, and we can, negotiate a better price and better deal for you. That's the idea of pre-approval. Just to look at from the other angle, basically, if buyer one, let's say I'm a seller, buyer one comes with 850,000 cash offer, no conditions, no financing condition, and other buyer comes with conditional upon financing, I would of course take the one with no condition because that's more favorable to me. That gets my home sold. Like today, I don't have to wait for another week or 10 days for financing to kick in, right, from the buyer, and that can fall through as well, right? So that's the idea of pre-approval. If you get a pre-approval, that gives you exact amount, but also you can make a stronger offer doing that. Okay. Then we start your home search. So I help you kind of finding a home. How do other realtors find homes for you? They will make a random search through the MLS. They pick 6 to 8 homes. They try to sell you one of them. But what that means is the wrong person is deciding which homes you will get, right? So you should not have to do that. Our one of a kind home buyer profile system, this gives you access to get you new listings that match your home buying criteria. Okay. Your home buying criteria is entered into our custom computer database. Every day, our computer database searches the MLS to find homes that match your specific criteria, right? And then they will email it to you every day, can send you emails so many times in a day. And then you can pick the homes you like, you can drive by them, you can look pictures online. And once you're ready, you want to look at a home, give me a call, you can, send me a message, then I'll arrange the showing. So there's no pressure to buy as well for you, right? That's how kind of we operate. So we are not selecting a home for you, you're selecting a home for yourself, basically, okay? And also we give you control. You don't have to search it online. As soon as the home comes on the market, you get an email. So you get priority access there. There's no more pressure from the agent for you to pick a home that I pick for you between 6 to 8 homes. I would rather you pick a home that you want to buy and see first, and then it will help you even stop overpaying for the home you want because we can negotiate. Because as soon as it came to the market, we kind of looked at that and we can go right away, look at it. If we like it, we can put an offer on and negotiate a good deal. Then we're not in competition or anything like that. Okay. Um, or one of a kind VIP home finder system. We've got this as well where we find a home for you. So let me touch on that a little bit. These will give you access to off-market properties. When I say off-market properties, these properties are not on MLS. They are bank foreclosure properties, they are distress sales, these are properties not found online, these are builder closeouts, these are unlisted properties, expired listings, properties which are gonna come to MLS eventually, but they're not there yet. We catch them up months before and we share those with you. This helps you not to go through the bidding wars. You basically get the priority access to see these homes. You don't overpay. We can negotiate a one-on-one on these homes because these homes are not even online. So a lot of people won't even know them that they exist for sale. We are experts in finding these unlisted homes and listed homes too, in fact, that match your buying criteria. You just tell us what you're looking for. We will find it for you. We'll invest the marketing dollars to find these market neighborhoods you're interested in to find a perfect home, right? So that gives you even the off-market properties. We'll find it for you if you give us the criteria and the area and you tell us this is the price range. I'm looking for this type of home. As an example, I had a client who was looking for a townhouse in particular area of Vaughan, in Kleinburg, basically, and we ended up finding an off-market property for them, and they basically are moving next month. They purchased that townhouse one-on-one off market. It didn't even come on the market, that property. Okay, so we catch these months before. That's this process of offline. We run these ads basically out there. That's how we get these off market properties. Like, for example, if you look at it, we put this ad on the second one on the right that shows even we have a buyer looking for townhouse in Kleinberg area within 1.2 million budget. And people do call us, and that's how we kind of, go and look at their homes, and we kind of, see if that's a match for my buyer client, and then I show it to my buyer client, and then we put the offer and go through the next step. Okay. We even, through our marketing dollars, we even send these letters out where it's just basically I send these letters out to the particular neighborhood. If you tell us a neighborhood you're looking for a home in, and I even basically record a short video. I send these letters out. I get a lot of responses from people who don't want to put their home on the market, but they want to sell, or they're planning to sell in 3 months, 4 months. So we get a lot of calls that way, and then we talk to them. And if the property is good to see first, I go and see it. If property is matching your criteria, then we end up presenting it to the buyer and show it to the buyer. Okay, that's how this works. Specialized strategy, basically when we're ready to make an offer, we will basically discuss the offer price, financing terms, interest rates, cost to close, possession date, inspection details. We'll talk about all that in detail. Okay, that's how we proceed. Then we go and help you preparing the offer, and with terms and which are acceptable to you. We'll present the offer personally on your behalf. We negotiate all the terms and conditions for you to protect your best interest. I'm just quickly gonna go back to the chat just to make sure if there's any questions you guys had put in. No, I don't see any questions. Again, I encourage you to schedule one-on-one consultation. I put in the chat link again in the chat that if you want to book a one-on-one meeting or call, that'll help you basically, discuss with me, no obligation, what you're looking for, and then see if we can be a match, and then I can help you doing all this that I'm kind of, telling you. Okay, we did this. We talked about offer preposition, negotiation, specialized knowledge. Like our all team, knows everything in and out because we've been doing this for a long time. We know zoning, we know construction, we know real estate development, we know investment. If you want to talk about real estate investment, book a call. Happy to walk you through because I've got my portfolio. I've helped lots of clients in the GTA who have bought these investment properties in secondary markets, right? So happy to show you those as well. We've got state-of-the-art technology, software, whatever we need, and we've got all these competitive advantages for the home buyers over the other buyers, right? We even offer some guarantees, right? So I'm gonna just quickly touch on love your home guaranteed, or we'll sell it at a discounted price for you, like discounted fee for you. As a buyer, you do not pay real estate commission. Seller pays the real estate commission. So what I mean here is if you don't like your home, we will end up selling it for you at a discounted commission, right? So because you bought it through us, that's the idea I'm trying to sell here. $10,000 saving of the market value of the home, or I will pay you $1,000. That's a promise I make as well. So that I put it in writing and give it to you, that certificate. And if I am not able to save $10,000, then I will pay you $1,000 cash at the closing. Okay. So that's my kind of promise as guarantee. Honest promises guarantee where we don't make like wrong promises to you to promise you moon and stars to get your business. We will tell you what we can do and what we cannot do, being transparent in a clear language, right? That's the idea there. You will not get a surprise from me once we've talked about it. Closing on your home, we help you basically through the process. We will help you hiring a lawyer if you don't have one. We can recommend you legal expertise. We will provide you home inspector. We can give you appraiser. We can even give you title insurance companies to contact. So we have all those connections built up. So we have like the full kind of, I guess the full home buying system available for you to use. If you've got your own lawyer, your own bank you want to go with for the mortgage, no problem at all. That's all good. These things are available just in case you need them. If you don't need them, it's all okay. There's no issues there. Worthy cause, I'll touch on that. I mean, I, do donate, from my income to Sick Kids in Toronto. Second one is Covenant House in Toronto. So I don't know if you're familiar with these charities. Both do a good job for, I guess the first one's for kids, and the Covenant House is also for adult kids, basically adults. Um, Helps people, support people, and that's where I kind of donate most of my money when from for my donations, okay, from my income. We have a referral program as well, right? If you, anytime you send us a referral, we'll make a donation on your name. We also provide $500 referral fee to everybody. And I'm sure pretty much everybody knows 5 to 6 people who are looking to buy or sell a home. So if you recommend, even if you're not in the market, you can recommend us. We'll be happy to kind of give you the referral cash gift, right? So and all we ask basically in return is your loyalty. We do sign a VIP buyer agreement. Once we have decided together that we will work for you, then we'll make all these promises and list and share it with you that we get you pre-qualified free of charge, we get you VIP access to special financing, we get you access to the best new listings. We get you priority access to off-market properties. We back it by specialized knowledge, and our team with leading edge technology is available to you to help you. Got priority access to all the affiliates we talked about, lawyer, home inspectors, things like that. We give written satisfaction guarantees to as well, so you're satisfied with your purchase, right? So that's basically pretty much I want to touch on my kind of presentation. Here is my real estate portfolio, just to share some things here with you. Not to I want to show up, but I just want to share this information that I have very good knowledge of investment in properties. Like the top first picture on the top left is a sixplex I own in North Bay, Ontario, which is about 3 hours drive from Vaughan. Toronto, it might be 3.5 hours, right? So it's not that far. Um, Again, duplex left bottom picture is in Toronto, like semi-detached home, 2 units, and then single family home I own is in Whitby, rented to a single family. So, and the properties in North Bay basically are positive cash flowing properties, right? After we pay all the expenses, we've got a property manager there who looks after these properties. We pay him a portion of from the rent, and he deposits money after taking his money fees out, and then deposits into our account the money. So I help a lot of clients from here in Toronto area, help them buying these properties in North Bay, Ontario as well. That's a secondary market. Again, some of other properties that I own, like the top left is Fiveplex that I bought 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. The triplex on the right, very good positive cash flowing property. Triplex on the bottom left, triplex on the bottom right in North Bay. Again, all these properties are in North Bay, again, because they're positive cash flowing. These are some of the properties that I have helped my investors to buy. I need to add some more in here because I had kind of, sold a lot of these investment properties. Even this year, I've sold one to a client who closed a property in August. One we did at beginning of the year I had, and then another one I sold yesterday, in fact, duplex in North Bay. And you can see the price ranges in North Bay. They vary anywhere from 300,000 can go up to like 500, 600,000 if you're looking for a duplex or triplex, depending on how much cash flow you can generate out of them. The sixplex, eightplex, they're kind of a little bit more expensive. But those are secondary markets that you can invest in, right? So I think that's pretty much end of my presentation. Let me go back to chat again and see if you got any questions submitted. I mean, I'm happy to answer. No, I don't see any questions in the chat. If you want to come off mute or raise your hand, happy to answer any questions you have. But again, I recommend I put my link in the chat again and to schedule a one-on-one call. That way I can discuss any of your home buying needs and go to the next step and talk about and see if we can work together. There's no obligation for that call. If there's something that doesn't work out or you're not ready, I will say so, and we will kind of say, well, help you build a plan, and then you can basically build up your down payment and save down payment. Then we can go back and meet maybe in a year time, 2 years time, depending on the time frame of the home purchase that you're looking for. Any final questions there? I mean, from anybody. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen there because that was my presentation. Sohail, Sam, Manu, any questions? Manu, I know you joined late as well because my webinar started at 7, so I've gone through the full presentation. But I'll be sharing the recording as well. Then you can watch again if you need to. But again, I encourage basically if you are in the market to buy a home, book a one-on-one consultation with the link that I put it in the chat, a phone call. Then we'll kind of talk through and work through.
Sure, I could not join on time because I was out. Do we
No.
have any next session schedule which I can join?
I do these every, 3-4 weeks. So I have your email address. I will send you the link as soon as it's scheduled. What I do typically is I schedule a session for home buyers, then I schedule a session for investors. Then I do it again, home buyers, then investors. That's how I kind of circulate around those. But it can come in again in next 2-3 weeks. 4 weeks will be the maximum time you will hear from me and get it. But again,
No.
I'll send a webinar link as well, like for the recording as well from today. You can watch that too, but you are most welcome to join next one as well. No
For
worries.
sure. Thank you.
No worries. Any questions from anybody? If no questions, then we can end the meeting right here. Okay, thank you, Sohail. Yeah, I mean, I hope it's informative. Yes, book a meeting through the link I put it in the chat, and then we'll just call you at the time, schedule time, and then we'll just work through the next steps. All right. Thank you, everybody. End of meeting. I'm just gonna end it right now. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.